Guys, to today's class. So today Jordan is actually going to be teaching one of the method he uses to actually calculate the EV with the Oddsjam calculator. So Jordan, take the lead.
All right. So here, I'll just pull up the Oddsjam page right now. So I get a lot of questions from people asking, how do I decide which place to take? Obviously, sometimes on the Oddsjam page, you'll have hundreds of bets that you can choose from. Today, it's a pretty slow day. There really isn't that much college basketball. Same thing with NBA. So, today's going to be a light day, but I can still show you guys some examples on how I would, determine which place to take or not. So like I've talked about in the past, when it comes to main market, you're really looking for trends, most importantly. So if we filter it out, so we're only getting main market, you could see there really isn't that much, but you're still looking for trends. So this would be a great example of one. Switzerland versus Portugal, over a half a goal in the first half. Clearly discrepancies, and clearly the outlier is Caesars right here, where it's minus 160. MGM at minus 200, FanDuel at minus 215, Pinnacle even offering it at minus 175. That's a play that I would feel very confident in taking, clearly showing that all of the other sportsbooks are pushing a much higher, odds. So I'd feel very comfortable taking it at minus 160. But really where I've had the most success with is with player props. And with player props, they're a little more volatile. I know a lot of people have a lot more variance when it comes to player props. There's a higher market width, which could lead to a little more variance. But the way that I do it, and I'm not saying that everyone needs to do it this way, there's really no set way how to do it. Obviously,
Yep.
you could follow their formulas.
It's all how you interpret the numbers and data.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about how you interpret and how you feel most comfortable doing it. This is how I've been doing it just about since I started. So this is how I feel comfortable doing it. And I've had a lot of success with it. So, there was no reason to really change it. But we can use this top one as an example. So as you can see, they're taking the average odds, and which is minus 109. So they're taking MGM at minus 135, FanDuel at 104, so on and so forth. You have the usual suspects with all the same odds provider with Bet Rivers, Barstool, Desert Diamond for me, because that's out in Arizona, Unibet, and also Twin Spires. So right there alone, that's 5 different sports books with the same odds with the same odds. So it kind of skews the average odds a little bit. Which is why I like to do it my way, which is I like to base everything off of Pinnacle's line. I find that Pinnacle is the sharpest sports book. I think that's a pretty,
Yep.
I think everyone kind of agrees on that. So what I like to do is I like to take Pinnacle's lines. So I take the minus 117 and the minus 114, and I plug it into the no vig fair odds calculator. So I'll take both sides right here. The minus 117 has a 50.3% chance of hitting. That's without any VIG. And without VIG, it's actually minus 101.21. See, there's a lot of VIG that these sportsbooks take, especially on player props. These sportsbooks love when we take player props because they charge, it could be 8-9% VIG type of thing. But by using this no VIG fair odds calculator, we're eliminating the VIG. So now we're going to take the no VIG the minus 117, because that's the side we're going to get it on. And we're going to go and put it into the Kelly calculator. Now, the Kelly calculator is a way to find your expected average by plugging in the odds that you can get it at. Well, I can get it at plus 115, which I'll put right there. And I'll set this to 1. You can set it to 0.5 it doesn't change the EV, it just changes the bankroll amount. If you're a little less certain on player props, then you can always lower it. But I like to keep mine at 1. And right there alone, directly off of Pinnacle's line, I'm receiving an 8.14% expected value, which is a lot higher than something here because with this average odds, you're taking into account prize picks. You're taking into account the 5 flex and the regular. Well, this is
Monkey knife fight,
and monkey knife fight also. Thank you.
which means you have to actually parlay the picks to
Exactly.
get.
You have to parlay everything. So it's not a great indicator. Now, if you're just trying to find picks to parlay, obviously you wouldn't be taking this, but it's great. But because we're looking for a straight bet on a sports book and not one of the DFS platforms, it kind of skews the overall average odds. You could see the other, like you have Bodog and Bovada, both at plus 105. I'm going to guess they have similar odds providers, if not the same. I don't know, though. Anyone want to comment, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my thought. But besides that, the only two American sports books that are offering this play at plus money is Superbook and DraftKings. And yeah, DraftKings right now at that play is not bad value, but it's a lot higher than 3.28% if you're taking it at plus 115. So that's how I look at things. That's how I would view a play like that.